There's a term out there, and I learned this term in this movie. And you're my age, so you're going to know this movie. A lot of the young kids today don't know this movie because it came out in 1980. The movie was Dudley Moore, Arthur.
Oh, yeah.
There's a line in that movie, and I've shared this, I think, once or twice on another podcast, that the premise of that movie is Arthur is the son of an extremely wealthy guy in New York, right?
Right.
Worth almost $1 billion. And they wanted to marry this woman. He doesn't want to marry her. Anyway, he goes to his grandmother, and his grandmother tells him, Arthur, you must marry this girl. We'll cut you off. And he didn't really know what that meant. And so then his grandmother, the line is, Arthur, you don't know how to be poor. Right? Because he's only ever been wealthy and been a spoiled. The kid has got everything in his life. He just has no concept of not having money, versus most Americans are poor. And so I say, flip the coin. Poor people don't know how to be rich, right? And so you just described where probably a lot of the kids in that school who maybe came from families who have money, they knew how to be rich. They knew that when they were signing, the bill was going to go see mom or dad. And so maybe they were a little more cautious on what they did or didn't grab, kind of a thing. And so I bring that up because we do have to learn how to have money.
No question.
And we know now statistically when people hit the lottery, or musicians and athletes who come into, these big giant contracts when they're 18 or 20, when, because their talents are amazing, and they're all broke 5 or 7 years later because they didn't learn how to be wealthy. Right? Not we all, but majority of people grow up with no money. And so when you did that, this is a great life lesson that we have to learn how to have money because, and now at this age, when we've gradually made our money, it didn't happen overnight. It took a lot of years of hard work, doing the right things with it. And even then, I'm guilty of it, that we make a lot of money and then we go spend it on whatever, or we make not good decisions with it, whether it's purchases or investments or whatever, right? And so there is a learning curve that I believe, and why I teach financial literacy, is a mindset first, right? And understanding that there's the difference between needs and wants. We have to know these lessons that mom and dad don't teach us about, that the difference between wants and needs typically for the average person comes from, earlier to use the word hard knocks. That's why we call them hard knocks. We learn the hard way. Like,